This month it's got a broken robot or bad robot theme. So a lot of kind of guitar, almost metal sounding guitar, and also click sounds and sort of robotic and mechanical sounds. I'll give you a quick listen before I dive into the next stage of the composition. Here we go. It's coming through a bit hot. That one's got a sort of a Tangerine Dream vibe with the arpeggiators. This is a crazy one. Might be a little bit too much reverb on the guitars there, but that's fine, I'll fix that. So yeah, you get a sense of where it's at. Here's another one. That's the sort of techno one, sort of, what's his name? Yeah, here's your quirky, happy one. That's gonna always do a little bit better than the others. Oh, that's nice and warm, hey? Let's take that down a little bit, shall we? So yeah, I'm just going through this, and I'm taking the advice of some commenters and stream clever people who've suggested that I basically make it a bit more concise. So I'm leaving the last 30 minutes of my work today, like before I go exercise, to showcase more of what I'm doing. I'm going to be speaking more to you guys. I've got a green light, you know, because that's what you need to do when you're a streamer on YouTube. And yeah, so my next stage now is I've got this crazy tune. I mean, they're all a bit crazy, but take a listen to this. I'm going to develop this with a part B on the guitar. Guys, something like that. I am going to just turn down the guitar reverb amount just briefly. I think it's coming through a little bit warm. So yeah, let's take that over there. Things sound very different on headphones to how they do on your monitor speakers. I'm sure you've noticed if you're a music producer. So this is the fun sort of developmental stage. This is where you like write the stuff, and the rest of the month I'll spend tweaking it and cutting it into parts, because I don't release tracks. I release tracks, but on top of the tracks I release their individual components, which makes it really easy to edit into your videos and podcasts to create like a theme sound rather than just a backing track. So yeah, I sell those on my website, johnbartman.com, and you're welcome to go and take a look at what's on offer there. Loops and stings and bumpers and jingles and the individual stems of each track. Basically, that's what I'm making here. Okay, let's carry on with the fun stuff then. So this part ends, and I'm about to basically, I've come up with an idea on the guitar. I'm going to write it. I'm going to record it. Something like this. So there's a 4-bar loop here. I'm going to just hit repeat and change the record mode. Make sure I'm actually recording, and now we should have some live audio. Let it ring. To another one. Cool, great. So the reason you let them ring like that is so that if you need to finish a section, it doesn't just end suddenly. You've got options for extending it out. Okay, there's an edit job that I have to do here, so I'm just going to use the second take once I'm a bit warmed up, and duplicate it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here I've playing it back in the wrong place. As you can hear, it went dun 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 1, 2, 3. But now what I've got is dun 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 1, 2. So I've started with the trill. Wasn't intentional, but a lot of the time your mistakes can actually result in better sounds or more fresh sounds. So here's the transition. And that's good enough for me, so just make a note. Here's another little trick I've got. I create channels within. So you can see on the left here, this pink stuff is my my guitar channel. So this is where all my guitars are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mute this one and chuck this extra part in there. So when I come back later, I see, there's an extra part here that looks like I've done tails. So I've got options for editing should I need them, basically. I just leave those there. You can actually go into the track manager and you can, firstly you can label it extras, and then you can disable the view. So it's not actually clogging up your view. That's one thing you can do in Reaper, which is cool. I'm a big Reaper nut, by the way. You guys should all follow Kenny and John. They're the two main Reaper dudes. And of course Django, my buddy, who does some good work there too. Okay, right, Off the Rails has a B part. Let's develop it. This can be the start. Okay, now the theme of this month is bad/broken robots. So my next step, I mean, it would be easy to make a metal track, metal sounding hard rock track. The drums and the bass are fairly simple to do, ironically, because the drums, traditionally the drums are like the hardest thing to record in a studio, but hey, this is more like a broom closet. And what I would like to incorporate as often as possible is quirky sounds, quirky mechanical robotic sounds. And to do that, for this album, I have been leaning on this guy here. Well, a couple of places really. This is the Retro Machine pack from Native Instruments, very cool. And using it, you can, I'm just going to center this so we can work and see it at the same time. Okay, cool. Let me show you what it does. The Retro Machines, I've got 3 instances here, and I haven't really explored them, but let's take a quick look at what they can do. Firstly, get over to channel 1. There we go. Wait, this is the wrong one. I'm actually not looking at Retro Machines. I'm looking at, there you go, Wind Up Toy from Native Instruments. Cool. Kinetic metal, very not common, but it's a very distinctive sound. If you work in Contact Instruments, you can quite easily distinguish this very unique instrument. That looks like spam. Yes, it is. I'd like to let everybody know there's a company in South Africa called MTN who are the regional representatives of Satan. Okay, here is, you can see I'm just playing this, and I've got this locked to basically one sample. Sounds like a typewriter, right? I've layered this typewriter over almost everything, so we're going to do the same now for the track I've just recorded. And here's the B section. I think we're going to have to duplicate that too. Boom. Okay, nice and easy. So I'm just going to loop this and come up with some. The issue that I'm having with this sample pack, with this instrument, is that when you let go, it also makes a sound. A subtle sound. Let's see what we can come up with. Okay. Okay, not really feeling it. I might have to let's scratch the idea of any rhythm over this section. This is a breaker part which is between rhythmic sections. So instead of that, also let me hide this ukulele because I recorded some parts but didn't end up using them. Cool. Done with the guitar. What I'm switching gears a little bit now, and we are gonna try and sample or write a part for this Retro Machine, which is keyboard. This sort of sound, ready? And here it is. No, that's the drums. Oops. I think I've got like a mental problem. I mean, my friends and family know this, but I'm just realizing how difficult I make things sometimes. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's do that. Just this nice straight bass sort of sounding thing. You can't really do chords. Could maybe. Okay. Let's try it. No, don't think about it too much, you know. 1, 2, 3. Need a count in, please. Let's take it from there. Tick and go. Okay, and that's it. Cool. Let's take the previous take. Probably sounds fine. Reaper, why have you done this? Okay. So you can see this is kind of like speed composition in a way. Like it's a good technique for finishing work, and you know, I'm always on a deadline. Okay, I like that. Let's bring that to a second part. So these could be podcast themes, or it could be a game soundtrack, or it could be a podcast theme. I think more for games, this album. Okay, off the loop. Cool. Okay, we'll come back to that. So we've got to work our way towards it. So we are currently holding it on a B natural. I'm going to switch to mono, so it's not in your... Switch to mono. Okay. By the way, I can't actually see any of the chat, so if you guys are trying to say something, I'm sorry. There we go, cool. Yeah, I've got to just kill a couple of things to be able to see that. Boom. There we go. Alright. And then we're going to work our way back. So I'm thinking ahead now. I know this keys, this is kind of in a B minor. This section's kind of in a B minor, and then we're working our way back to the A section, which is... Good. Oh, it goes up to you. That's right. Okay, so we're eventually going to land back up on an E flat. So we're going from a B to an E flat, which is a tritone. Very nice. Oh, a B to an E flat, yeah. Din, 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 din. Okay. Got too much guitar there. It's fine. No, okay, let's just do that. We just hold it on a B flat. Okay, so now we just need to record 2 quick parts on the guitar. I've got a punch in mode. You can see this little icon down here switches to that loop mode. So there's that, which is just a circle, it's going to start recording anyway. And then that is punch in mode. So I've got a keyboard shortcut for that, which allows me to very quickly set these regions so that I don't record over something that I want. Okay, first things first, clear the decks and then bring in the mic. There we go. So we're going to just hold it on a B flat here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 1, 2, 3. Maybe I should do one of these. 2, 2, 2. Let's wait. Sorry, not a track. Let's try that again. We screwed that up a bit. First things first. Keep the loop on. Then also get the click on. We don't need so much of a count in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Cool, now we're going to repeat that. I think that sounds fine. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the timing on this Misery Lou part. Misery Lou is that famous Pulp Fiction song. That's I'm just going to redo that diddly 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 because it's quite clearly like triplets. Do a few takes of that. Here we go. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll use those last two. Here we go. That one goes up there, and then that one becomes the previous take. Delete, no, not delete active take. Shift T, there we go. And this goes 2 back. Or maybe what I can do is just, look, we don't actually need double tracking for everything, so I'm going to, see here I've got left guitar, right guitar, and center guitar. So I'm going to take that Misery Lou, walk down, and I'm going to just make it into a center track. So watch what happens now. I'll go from both ears into one in the middle. 2, 3, 4. Woo! Sorry about that. I forgot there's some reverb on there, which is awesome, except for the fact that it's not necessary right now. So I'm going to get rid of that. Oops. There we go. I'm going to take this. This channel has its own reverb, sorry, delay, and I want to edit the delay. Okay, I'll figure that out later, it's fine. We've got that section going now. Okay, cool. Hope this is all going quite well. Hey, what's happening there? Da Three Drick Warriors. Rock and roll, dude. Yeah, this is a Neil Zaza. I've never heard of him before I bought this guitar. Yeah, man. Cool. Something like that. Yeah, and I'm writing this bad robot themed, broken robot type music. It's weird. I'm a professional weirdo. And right now I'm coming up with this B part. So we got the 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that works. And then we can just basically just copy all of this back. I want another part here. Back to the A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, there we go. Oh yes, here's what we can do. We can bring, firstly let's, the blue part is the drums. I'm just going to group it all together so it's one nice fat track. A fat one, and then 1, 2. I'm out of phase here. I'm just going through a phase, excuse me. Where's my kick? Is that it? That's it, yeah. So now I'm just a little bit out again. Cool, so the Misery Lou part comes. It's a little bit. I'll edit that drum fill so that it's not so static. Okay, cool. And I'm going for time here. So, I mean, the length of the track is important. That's 1.5 minutes. Okay, so it's not a full track, but it packs a punch, and that's what's important in an age where anything can be like looped, and like there's a lot of backing music on YouTube, I suppose, which is just designed to fill the time. So it's very sort of copy paste type stuff, and I'm trying to avoid doing that, even though I'm copy pasting. I'm trying to like basically pack a lot of musicality, a lot of like compositional stuff into a short period of time, so that like it's more theme music than backing music. Okay, here we go. Let's give the whole thing a listen. I've got a better idea. Let's give the whole thing a listen now. Yeah, man. Oops, sorry. Okay, I see there's a timing issue here. We've got to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to delete the second half of this. Easy. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now in the second half, there's a keyboard part that sort of switches to the fifth, parallel fifth. Parallel fifth is cool. They sound like this. So parallel fifth, instead of going like this, would be a nice sort of harmony. That's a parallel fifth harmony. But according to the rules of harmony, it should really, if you do a third, yeah, that's it. It sounds kind of like, yeah, a little bit Egyptian, I guess. Oops. Anyway, it's got an unnatural sound, and you get that same effect from when you working with modular synthesis, like I was doing in a stream the other day, using VCV Rack. You can create signals which literally are just like mathematically related, like a fifth. There's a mathematical ratio because one of the higher note is half of the frequency of the other, like pretty much always. But then it sounds really weird when you just play it like mathematically instead of like, you know, like according to what the ear says is right. So I like that unnatural sound because it suggests, as this album, this collection that I'm doing, I'm trying to create robotic sound or robotic inspired sounds. So let's give this a listen on its own. Oh wait, that's the B part. That's not what we're after. That's not going to work over the A section. Let's go back to retro, please. I think I've screwed it up. Where did I put it? Did I screw it up? Where's my... What's this? I think I've gone and done something bad, and I think I've deleted something I'm meant to have. It was fun. Okay, we are in. Let me just see if I can't. No, I'll see if I can find that a bit later. So there's a missing part here, something I've unfortunately deleted. My bad. I think I've deleted it, yeah. Oh, that's a bummer. When I recorded, I recorded over it. Okay. There might be a copy of it somewhere, so nobody panic. Cool. I'm not going to faff around with the library stuff while I'm live, so let's keep going. I will come back to that missing part when it's in the right time. And then we're going back into the B section, and we end with... There we go, a little kick like a jazz, close the door, jazz vibe. Cool. I think this next one is going to be a little bit loud if I stick it here. Let's move that down to the center and just get a sense of how loud it is first. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so then we're going to just adjust the volume of that. Here's how I do that. Firstly, let's move that all up. Move your ass a little bit to the right. Oops. Let's move that up there. Cool. Delete the markers. Okay, that gives me some space to do the cut downs for that track. Right on. Cool. I'm gonna need a bit more room there, and then this guy's entire selection has to be down by whatever, 15 dB by the looks of it. Okay, that's better. Cool. Okay, so now we've got this problem of the... Okay, so first question, why have we got two left-rights? We don't actually need two left-rights for the guitar. We've got two separate channels which are both screaming for... yeah, okay, I have to figure that out later. Sorry, this is not exactly what I wanted to do right now. Tell you what we do then, we just literally disable the... I'm going to disable the delay on this one so it's not so tappy tap tap. Oh, it actually sounds nice. It's just a bit too much feedback, I'm afraid. Cool. Kind of the thing tapping so much that it like... you know, like obscures the notes that come after it. I'm going to take it down, what looks like 24 dB is a necessary amount, and let's take this guy up. How's it sound now? Cool, okay, and here we go. There should be a redelay, there we go, wet. Let's take the wet volume of this redelay down for the duration of this track, there we go. Okay, now we've got the problem of a gate. There's a gate that is... Jeez, that's 24 and... Why is this thing coming out so hot? Crazy. Okay. And there's a gate on this guitar rig has got a gate on it. So it's actually just not picking anything up now. Okay, technical problem, not fun. Okay, that's going to have to be sorted out later. Yeah, that's the gate. Okay. Let's take this down and let's take this back up. Let's see if that solves it. Problem I'm facing is that all the notes are being cut off instead of just the ends of them. Okay, cool. Let us... Okay, we're going to have to disable the gate at some point, and the reason for that is because this is a very quick... This is a quick song. We can't have the gate cutting off every 16th note in the track. So let's just get rid of the... Let's just get rid of it. Gate, show active. Where is it, mate? It's regate. Not guitar rig. There goes half of it, yeah, it's all just that. Okay, dry, wet, bypass. Let's bypass it for the duration of this track. And we need a name for this track too. Okay, nope. We want to select all of that. Cool. What I'm busy doing right now is I am just working my way through some of these tracks that I've written for my monthly release. And this one's called, well, this doesn't have a name, but it's got a metal vibe to it, like fast guitar, and it's got a sort of badass vibe to it. But it's supposed to be about like robots, so badass robots. Yeah, I don't like that. A little bit fast there, so I'm actually. This is how you do it. You know, you've got to cheat. You've got to not be the world's best guitarist. You've got to be a really good editor, I think, to make things happen. You can hear the sounds of the typewriter. Okay, there's the part that I was looking for. Okay. Alright. There you go, there's your vanity high. Let's take that down a little bit. There we go. Three, four. Now what? Okay. I don't want it to get too metal. I mean, it must stay. Let's try from the top here. Sounds like there's a missing or dropped note there. You can also just get rid of the automation and the volume for a bit. Okay, let's take this back up. I'm going to copy it as you do. Select, nope, we want to go 1, and here we go. I'm editing the first part of this guitar section. And then it's a repeat, so I can actually, I've done some edits to these things. I think I just deleted the edit that I wanted to keep, didn't I? Okay, yeah, fine with that. So actually what we need here is a little bit more delay, and the delay is the one thing that I've just deleted as well, so redelay, there it is, cool. Trim it out, not the EQ, the wet dry, there it is. Okay, stick that up here. Take it up a little bit. There you go. That sounds much nicer because it's got that taps around. And, oh, cool. Also hides your mistakes. Okay, I've got a mistake here. I think that's the one I just fixed. Okay, it's not the smoothest part, but considering that I came up with it and like practiced it and recorded it in about 10 minutes the other day, it's good enough for me. Yeah, I'm not going to bounce it yet, just in case I find little things that I want to fix. Okay. So then we've got that intro section, which then leads us into a Kajanga sort of metal drop. 4. We're going to do some leveling later, but we actually need to bring the drums up. Actually, what we need to do is bring the sound down. The overall guitar sound is too loud, so there we go. Nope, making life difficult. There we go. Still nice and smooth. Okay, here's a problem that I can't quite figure out yet. If I turn down the volume, then it sends less of a signal to Guitar Rig, so you get much less of the bite that you want, the sort of distortion bite that you want. Let me try and figure it out. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just actually bounce this out at quite a high volume. It won't hurt your ears, just I need to, there we go, cool. Now we should have this one. It's dirty. Now I can turn the whole thing down and it retains the gain, yeah. Actually, no, it didn't retain the gain there. Okay, so there's another thing I've got to figure out at some point, but okay, no problem. We'll come back to that. I like that send-off though. Yeah, that unfortunately didn't actually fix the problem. Okay, cool. Alright, anyway, moving on. That's something, I'm not going to be doing much on that now. Let's keep going. Busy Robots. This is the next track. This has got a very different vibe, techno sort of sound. Booger Vesseltoft territory. If you like Booger Vesseltoft, he's this electronic whiz. I might just add some reverb to that. Nice acoustic guitar sound. So here's how we do that. I think we must actually just in general have everything going to the reverb. There we go. Have everything go to the delay at least. I also like the little blippy quirky sounds. That's part of the theme of this week's releases. This month's releases. Robotic sounds. So Okay, we now got that sound, that delay, that guitar going to a delay. Yeah, this one. It's a little bit quick, but anyway, let's focus on this. So right now what I'm doing is I am zooming in on the guitar send wet dry send envelope. It goes to the delay send volume. So I've got that automation open, and for the rest of this entire project it's 0, and then during the duration of this track, because I've got a whole collection of songs in this one master project. It enables me to create more consistency when I'm writing the music, so I can cross-reference things and borrow samples from other places and stuff. Okay. Now we should have a little bit of a delay on there, yeah. Okay. Ring. I like it, but unfortunately what I don't like about it is that it's stuck in the middle. There's no like... So what I'm going to do now is duplicate the delay track. So now we've got a delay, I think that's a delay 3, I might be wrong. What I mean by delay 3 is it repeats every 3 beats. And I'm going to change the guitar automation that I just wrote. I'm going to delete this, clear or remove envelope, yes. And I think it's cleverly just given me the option to do it here. Oops. Let's hear it out. That's better. Now let's fine tune that. So I've got the delay unit right over here. Let's listen to how it sounds on the beat. Okay, firstly it's way too loud, so let's take the level down. Still not working. I think I've got the wrong... Oh right, I know what I've done. I haven't deleted the previous delay. So here is your delay 3 needs to delete. Okay, here we go. And there's nothing coming through there. Why would that be? Let's just loop it. I'm almost tempted to reverse this. Let's just see how it sounds if I reverse this. I want to get a little bit creative while I'm here, so I group that guitar section, and then you right click and you say reverse as new take. Now we got together. That's a cool little intro. Now let's mess with the sample a bit. Okay, we're gonna chop it into pieces. I mean, there's still a lot of manual editing that goes around in my workflow, so I'm just going to literally randomly... Nope. Okay, nope. This is another issue I have. You can't select the thing on top. What I actually want is sort of a stutter effect, and I don't really know where to find that these days. But yeah, I like the effect I was getting there. Cool. Let's go with a bit more manual editing. So I'm going to do that, just glitchy sounds. Yeah, that's cool. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is now no longer going to just be a straight guitar strum. It's now I'm going to glitch the hell out of it. Okay. Okay, that's just repeating because it's okay. 1. Okay, I have a feeling that it's cool, but it just goes on a bit too long, so I'm going to cut out parts of it and then just crudely stitch them together. Okay, and let's do that again so that it drops on the 1. So 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty cool. Now we can just actually, what is this? It's me counting in. Okay, now we can go back to the original guitar. 1, 2, din din din. Too early, too late. Oops, now we've moved both. There it is. Oh, bang, 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 So we've got this kind of glitchy part. Now what I'd like to do is get that panning a little bit with a delay. So let's take the delay volume that I've been trying to work with and pump it up. Okay. Okay, see what's going on here. So let's, okay, I'm currently working with this green guitar part, and what I'm trying to do is create some interesting delay effects sounds. So here we go. Can be an eighth. We want that to repeat. Feedback higher. Okay, great. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have a pan, which I'd like. I'd like it to be a pan. But I figured out something pretty cool earlier. You can auto pan any delay. Figured out how to use automation items. Watch this. There is a section here. Not there, sorry, here, right at the beginning. This section here has got, should have an automation item on it. There it is. It's called try to bar, and that is a panning. Well, I've mapped it to the pan. So here we go, delay 4, and what I want to do is I want to map the pan of the delay. So I'm going to enter into the trim and show the pan envelope, and then I can paste this automation item, which is just purely like automation data. What we should get now is the sound of the guitar going from left to right. And there's nothing there because I've pasted it in the wrong place. Let's go back to where we were. Literally getting raw fingers from all the scrolling, that's why I wear these. Where are we? Cool. There it is. Found you. Okay, so now back up to the delay and paste the automation item. Yeah, cool. There you can hear it's going from left to right. That's what I wanted. Now there are ways to do that within the delay unit. You can actually, find delay units that have ping pong effects and stuff, but I just thought that was a pretty cool little trick. Okay, so automation items are your friend. Now we should have a nice, colorful, glitchy guitar, which appears to. Cool, I like that. Alright, good. Let's take this part, which I just said I liked, so you got me on record saying that, and let us group it. That's what I do when I like something. I just go ahead and bounce it down. No, all of you. There we go, cool. Now we got the green one, which is the quirky sort of lead up to the drop. Yeah, and then and here comes the VCV stuff. Okay, all of this yellow stuff is the VCV stuff, and what I've done with it is, first let's bring this down. What I've done with it is I have sampled it from the neighboring program, VCV Rack, which was a lot of fun. And I mean, everything I'm doing these days is about growing. It's about figuring out stuff, figuring out new stuff, learning on the job. And what I figured out how to do was get these cool arpeggiated lines into Reaper. Okay, let's take that up a little bit. It's not costing a lot of real estate. Okay, now here comes its sibling, which is a triangle wave, I think. So both of these can actually come up a bit. I think the whole volume of this section is a bit low. Cool, we're going to take that up to -9, call it. There we go. Okay, let's do the whole thing. Glitches can come down in volume. And I'm just doing a little listen through, see how it feels. Let me just kill the mic while I do that. Good. Sort of liked where that was going. There's a great album that I loved by Bogo Vesselhoff and Hendrik Schwartz, and it's like this electronics and piano. But I don't want to over like dramatize it. Let's just play along a bit, see what happens. I'm gonna kill the mic again. Oops. 3, 4. Maybe give that track a go on for minutes. Okay. Let's just get rid of this bar. We've got nice clean cuts. Hey Paul Benning, I just saw your message, dude. Nice to see you, bro. I'm just writing some piano parts for this track. Yeah, I like this high octave. Let's do that. Dun, dun. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think I'm going to keep it a little bit minimal, not add too much piano to it. I love these types of tracks though. There's like just meditative sort of vibe. Cool. I'm going to keep that ding 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 va 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 za 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 za. Cool. Very sweet. So it's almost time for me to go. I've got exercise to do, and I've been here for about 2 hours. So let me just wrap up this track. Yeah, it's cool. I'll figure out how to finish that off later, but I like the progress I've made there. All good. Next up is track 7, which is this one. I don't remember this. Oh, this one. Yeah. This one gets a bit crazy. Okay, I can write some stuff for this section. Let's just get rid of all these green lines. You. I have to come up with something for this part, but no problem. Okay, I'll come up in the second part here. Yeah, man. Hey, Paul. I've got your question here, Paul. These days, my favorite question is, so what are you interested in? But I feel like I don't need to ask. It's all here. No, man, if I could, this is what I would do with my whole day. And I usually just do it in the first half of my day. It's about 1 p.m. here, and it's almost time for me to finish. But I mean, I spend my mornings writing this stuff, and I want the quality of your average kind of background music in a production like a podcast or a video, a YouTube video, or whatever. I just want it to be a little bit more quirky, I guess. To me, it sort of already starts to sound the same when you browse through these like free libraries or whatever, because it's the barrier to entry is so low. Like I could show you how to make 100 tracks in a day, probably, like using scripting, automated functions, which then pull in different drum sounds and compile them for you. And like technology can do that stuff for you now, but that only really wins in the short term. When someone's looking for something in a rush. But I think with repeated exposure, my hope is that the passion that I put into this music will come through. Like this musical phrase here is very odd. Listen to it. It sounds very weird. So I'm going to try and develop that as we go throughout the week. First things first, I need to write this part. So what we've got here is in the bass. We've got this bass line, which I'm going to actually just go ahead and double to the retro keys layer. What that means is you're going to hear the bass line playback on the bass sound, but also you're going to hear it playback on the keyboard sound. And I'm going to do that by this. No, channel 3, you should hear it back now. There we go. It sounds a bit like squelchy, so let's take that up. Okay, I've made a mistake, obviously. This doesn't sound right. But yeah, you can, yeah, so that's what I'm doing these tracks for. I'm doing them for people who are looking for something that's a bit quirky, I guess, you know. Anyway, yeah, we should chat later, man. I guess just email me. I'm around later tonight. Today's Friday, hey? We can have a bit of a chat. Oh, wait, you kind of going to bed about now, aren't you? Tell me, when are you actually heading off to bed, Paul? That's kind of where I'm going with that. Now I can actually bring this guitar in because I need to record something. I think I figured it out yesterday. It's like this. No. 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 3. Let's use a soft pick. Where's my soft pick? Where is my soft pick? Softer than the other. Softer than the other one. Cool, yeah, okay, I'm going to just loop a section here until I get a decent recording. Go back to there, please, and watch me record the guitar part. It should come out green in this section over here. Only 8 p.m. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to go for a little bit of exercise. Why don't I give you a call in usually by about 2:15. I'll hit you up on Zoom. Okay, here we go. Let's loop this. I need to put the mic down here. Why is it in G? I thought it was in F. I think this is wrong. Yeah, I see. My ear. Luckily, my ear caught it. That's it. Ouch. Sorry. 2, 3, 4. We can do with this. I know it sounds a little bit like retro game vibes, but that's kind of part of what I'm trying to go for. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I actually need to turn the playback level down. Otherwise, it's going to bleed into the mic. Let's try that again. One. Screw it up. One other thing I've neglected, which I sometimes do, is tuning. I need to tune up every single time I pick up one of these instruments. Because if you don't, you record a part that's out of tune, and that sucks. Luckily, the more you play them, the more in tune they are. Always. Oh yeah. It's around 1 p.m. where I am now, that's right. So in like an hour and a bit, when I'm done with the run. 1, 2, 3. Let's try them both. 2. Okay, how's that sound? really like it. Cool, yeah, I'll email you in an hour or so when I'm done. That sounds really good, actually. Okay, yeah, cool. It's a nice, weird chord progression, which I really dig. And I can use that, so... Let's just go straight in. I'm not even going to bother with this 4-bar intro. With library music like this, backing music, instrumental music, you have to get straight to the point. 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. I will develop that a little bit more probably tomorrow. Let's first just have some fun. Feeling a drum and bass vibe here, to be honest. Let's try that. Let's try that. Almost right, but I unfortunately was recording in the wrong mode, so let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got 1 or 2 there, that's fine. Okay, how about this? Okay, so what I like about this is the mistake that I made. And the mistake I made, it drops a note. And it's kind of... Okay, I'm going to do that 3 times and then 1 at the end, like a typical drum and bass loops. You've got A, 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 B, which makes for a nice, pleasing variety. Yeah, that's good. That's a good loop. And I think that is it for now, kids. I really have to get out of here. I feel the need to stand. I don't really dig sitting. Yeah, listen, appreciate everybody for pulling through, Paul and anyone else. It means the world to me knowing that, you know, there's some interest at least in what I'm up to. The purpose of all of this music that I'm making is I release asset packs, which are like combinations of tracks and loops and stings and stems and jingles and basically themed collections of packs at the end of every month. And there's one coming out on the 26th of February, which I'm calling Bad Broken Robot or something like that. Combination of metal and quirky sounds, the type of thing you might hear if you were watching or playing a game where the character's a robot, or watching an animation about a robot or something like that. So that's what all this stuff is about. I've got 8 tracks coming out at the end of this month, and I'd appreciate if you, go check out my site. There should be a link in the description, johnbartman.com. I've released 14 of them already, 15 of them already. And go and spread the word. It's not just soundtrack music. It's not just backing music for YouTube. Like, there's plenty of that out there. And I'm not trying to infringe on any of that. What I'm trying to do is create like packs which make it really easy for video editors and creators of podcasts and animation videos and that kind of thing. I want them to have options so that they can extend a track out to fit a certain section of the animation without having to like edit it themselves. So I do all the editing up front, and then I charge a small amount per pack. And hopefully hopefully that carries on funding my career as it has been for a while. So much appreciate you stopping by. I will do another stream, not this weekend, but as soon as possible. And Paul, I'll give you a call in a short while. Cool.